What's going on? It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with the boxing clinic and more, and we keeping the ball rolling. And on the boxing grind, I would guess, and according to ESPN Deportes, if Conor McGregor and Oscar De La Hoya does happen, sooner rather than later, or right around this time, Conor McGregor will be the favorite. He's a negative 30. It was a negative 60 to Oscar De La Hoya's plus 130. So Oscar De La Hoya will be an underdog, and the only reason that Oscar will be an underdog is probably because he's been out the ring for so long, 9 years, I believe, since he had his last fight. And most people believe Conor McGregor showed enough of a boxing prowess and skill to I guess deal with Oscar De La Hoya. And Oscar, we talked about it earlier this week, made a claim that he would knock out McGregor in 2 rounds. Says he's been in straight shape, he feels strong, and feels fast, and still wants to do it. Every time Bernard Hopkins was fighting, later in his career, Oscar De La Hoya seemed to have an itch to come back to the ring. And with Golden Boy not doing too well on the promotional side, other than Canelo Alvarez and pretty much David Lemieux and Cotto on his way out, I would guess. I don't think that fight is going to do good numbers either. They need some juice. And Oscar's been trying to pull out all the stops to get guys like Earl Spence, Lamont Peterson, and Mikey Garcia by trying to offer them Miguel Cotto in a long-term contract with Golden Boy. But it didn't work. And he needs to really reel in some American talent. And I was arguing about this with somebody else, saying that Golden Boy is a great promoter. He got a lot of young Latino and Latino fighters. And I'm trying to tell them, like, that don't mean nothing. They have to develop at the end of the day. And then they have to, become stars on the American level, in the USA. And that's not a guarantee either. So he really only has a couple top notch fighters that's known to the American public, and that's true, So he has to do something to build some juice and build some PR for his company, because without Richard Schaefer and Al Heyman, he's a fish out of water. Let's be real. His claim to fame is gonna be like the first fighter to ever earn it, ever have his own boxing promotional company. But I just think Floyd Mayweather carried Conor McGregor. He was okay. He didn't even know how to strike. And I would favor Oscar De La Hoya. Even if he came out of retirement today and they fought tomorrow, I would favor Oscar. I'm sorry. I mean, it's like riding a bike. You don't forget how to fight. And Oscar ain't got to come in with the best stamina. Oscar will probably put a smack of down, my rock voice with my eyebrow raised, if people remember that, on Conor McGregor, for sure. Oscar ain't got to be the fastest, the quickest no more. He still got the best fundamentals, I bet. Good jab. Had one of the better left hooks in the sport of boxing history. One of the better jabs and good hand speed. Probably dog walk Conor McGregor. People don't understand that Floyd Mayweather carried McGregor for those rounds. That ain't how Floyd fight. And Floyd, just walked him down. And Floyd Mayweather was able to hurt him with injured hands. That was the rumor leading up to this fight, that he didn't spar for the last month leading up to this fight because his hands was injured. De La Hoya gonna put it on him. Let's keep it real. Is it a fight that I want to see happen? Absolutely not. Conor McGregor needs to go back to the UFC. Oscar De La Hoya needs to, stay promoting and trying to find a way to flip his promotional company's image to where young American fighters, in particular young black American fighters that make up the majority of American fighters, and amateurs, don't see him as his company as being racist and being biased towards Mexican fighters and being racist towards black fighters after, he used the black Hitler word that was going around his office, or his writers. His words that he was using the N-word around his office as well. Heard that from Eric Hunter. And also Abdul Mara said he wasn't being treated fairly over there, and he's a Mexican as well. So he got to switch that PR. A Golden Boy, and maybe he trying to switch it by trying to fight trying to fight Conor McGregor. But I don't think that's the answer. But if they do fight, people will buy it, and people will tune in. Oscar's still a big star. We out.